Good morning. Well, it's morning where I am. Good afternoon, good day. My name is Sheridan if we haven't met. Otherwise, welcome back to OTM. Today we are finding a glutes, a quads, a lower body workout. Get excited, mentally prepare, just your beautiful body and meeting me on your back. So coming down all the way onto your back, and can you just bring your heels to the width of your mat and then turn the toes and knees out. If you're not using a mat, think about bringing the heels a little bit wider than the hips and then the knees and toes turn out so you're in a wide V kind of shape. Bring the hands to the hips and just start to knock the knees to the left. Come back through center, exhale over to the right. Let's do this a few more times just to become a little bit loosey-goosey through the hips, to the left. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Inhale back through center. So really plant down into the heels. Press the hands down by your side. Spirit fingers are active. Take a full breath in. And as you breathe out, can you start to lift your hips? Squeeze the glutes. Inhale to lower. Now you might need to play around with your stance. Make sure your heels are under your knees as you lift. And lower. Now it's not a very attractive position, but that's okay. We're going to really open through the hips in this class, getting some quad action, some glute action. And for now, I want you to hone in on your breath. Exhale as you lift, inhale, lower. So really matching your movement to your breath, but also to your energy. Checking in with how you're feeling, and just being really realistic with how much energy or effort you can give today. Now let's go 5. Keep pressing the knees out for 4. Final 3. Let's go 2. Now on 1, can you lift your hips and hold? Knees are gonna come in, knees are gonna come out. We lower your hips. Exhale, lift your hips, knees come in. For a little kiss, knees come out and lower. Now if the knees don't touch, don't worry about it, but can you think about heels, soles of the feet staying super glued to the earth? So we are targeting the glutes from all angles today. And we are gonna spice things up in 3. So if it feels okay, come with me. In 2, we're gonna hold up, knees out on 1. Now from here, lower halfway. Lift, knock the knees in. Come back out, lower halfway. Lift, knees come in, knees come out. Now the only difference is we are creating a lot more tension, a lot more load on the glutes as we don't give them an opportunity to break at the bottom. Give it a go, remain curious, and remember you never know until you try. Now we're here for 5. We're just going for the knee knock, the knee kiss in 3. In 2. On 1, hold your hips high, knock the knees in and out. In and out. Now the hips may slightly move, but can you think about squeezing the glutes locked and loaded? And we're here for 3. In 2, knees are out wide. On 1, bring the knees out wide, little pulses as you press your hip bones to the sky. We're here for 5, 4, 3. We are not done, I'm so sorry. 2, hold on 1, lift your left heel, lower the hips, and then lift your hips. Left heel is lifted as we lift and lower the hips here. And notice what changes. Maybe not a lot, but you might start to feel the right glute firing up just a little bit more. And start to think of your happy place, embracing the sensations. 3 more. We are holding up in 2. On 1, can you hold? Change heels, change heels. So 1 heel lifts, 1 heel lowers, and then change. Change and change. A little dance move for the heels as your hips stay high and your glutes stay strong and perky. Let's go 3. Right heel lifts in 2. Right heel lifts on 1, left heel comes down. Lower the hips, lift the hips. Lower and lift. All of a sudden, the glutes are screaming, they are talking loudly, singing from the rooftop. We are here, we love Pilates. Let's go 3. Last 2. On 1, can you hold? This time lift your left heel as well. Pulse the hips as both your heels are up for 10, 9, 8, I know, 7, 6, I get it, I'm here with you, 5, 4, stay with me, 3, 2, on 1, lower the heels, lower the hips. Oh, knock your knees to the left, and then over through center to the right. Oh, that was hard work. So we are going to come onto your side. Can you just lie onto your right hand side and bring your hand or your bicep as your pillow, whatever feels good here. Start to bend the knees in line with the hips, and then can you connect the heels but lift the heels higher than the knees. Bring the hand to the hip. Exhale, you open for your clam. Inhales, you come back. Exhale, open. Inhale, come back. Now you can always play around with where your left hand is your top hand. Personally, I like it on my hip as it acts as feedback. You can really notice if the hip is moving. You might find more support with your hand down by your side. So find what works for you. And let's go 5. We are going to hold in 3. Last 2. We're going back with the knee kiss on 1. So hold. From here, knees kiss, heel to the sky, and then heels kiss. Knees kiss, heels kiss. So your bottom leg stays exactly where it is, and your top leg is doing all the heavy lifting as it comes down for a kiss, and then a second kiss. Kiss, and kiss. Let's go 5, 4, final 3, 2. Can you come back to your clam on 1? Now from here, we're gonna pulse the top knee up and back. 10, 9, 8, 7, draw the belly button in, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold for 5, surprise attack, 4, 3, 2, on 1, close the knee, softly, drop the heels, give it a big old tap, send it some love, and we're gonna make your way up. So come on up. We're gonna take a seat in like a little L shape. So your legs are gonna be nice and long, and just make sure you're on the juicy part of your glutes. Bring your hands slightly behind you, but rather than dumping or chilling, we're just gonna sit up nice and tall. You can always bring them by your side as well. Flex the feet for me. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lift your right leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift your left leg. Inhale, lower. Now start to separate the legs just slightly so the inner thighs are not touching. And we're gonna be working through your hip flexors, through your quad muscles. Now, if you have not done this shape before, you might be thinking, this is really weird. I don't know how I feel about it. Trust the process. Enjoy the ride and see what happens. Let's go 5. Last 4. Final 3. Can you stay really engaged with the core? 2. On 1, can you come down? Now, can you just restack the spine? So you're sitting up really tall, like you're up against an imaginary wall. Exhale, we're gonna lift the right leg. Now keep the foot flexed. We're gonna open towards the right, pull it back in. Open towards the right, pull it back in. So the heel doesn't have to be super high, but we're just coming out to the right and back. Out to the right and back. Nothing else moves. We're drawing the belly button in, the hips stay stable, and we're here for 5. We're gonna hold out in 3. In 2, can you hold out to the right, little lift, little lower, driving through the toes up for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, come all the way back to center, lower, shake out the legs, shake out the shoulders, and we go to the other side. Sitting up really tall, exhale, lift your left leg. We open to the left, we pull it back to center. Open to the left, pull it back to center. Now this is a shape that you can do at home when you are watching Netflix. You can just sit down on the ground, watch your favorite TV show, and get really strong toned legs. 2 birds, 1 stone. Now, in 5, we're gonna hold out and pulse. Let's go 4. Final 3. Last 2. On 1, can you hold out, lift, and lower? So keep flexing the foot for 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, come back to center, lower the left leg, take a shake. We are going to change sides straight away, and then we're gonna stand to finish your practice. So make your way down for your clams, hands or bicep as your pillow. Knees are in line with your hips, and then bring your heels together, lifting them off the mat. Hand can come wherever you like, and as you exhale, lift the top knee, keep the heels connected, inhale, lower. So exhale as you lift, inhale, lower. You might even like to close down the eyes and really bring your awareness to your top thigh, your top glute. So we're working through that outer glute. Now we're here for 5 before we come in for the knee kisses. In 3, let's go 2. On 1, can you hold? From here, rotate the top knee down, heel to the sky, and then tap the heels together. So it doesn't have to be a really big rotation. I like the hand to come to the hip, as I mentioned before, just to give you feedback here, as sometimes your hip likes to be sneaky and it likes to rock from side to side. But we're here to say, no, we're super gluing the hips down. Let's go 5. Heels together, knees apart in 4. This is 3. We are pulsing in 2. On 1, heels together, knee apart, little lift, little lower. Try to pulse the knee without rocking through the hips. This is 8. 7, we're gonna hold in 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1, lift a little bit higher. I know you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, close the knee, drop the heels, allow the glute to take a break, and making your way up just to a 4-point in. Now before we come to stand, let's take a few rounds of cat-cow. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Take a full breath in as you drop the belly, eye gaze forward, really arch through the spine. And then as you dome, exhale, tuck the chin to the chest and press away from the earth. Inhale, come forward, eye gaze between the hands. And then exhale as you dome, tuck the chin to the chest. One more here. Drop the belly, eye gaze forward, breathing in. Dome, tuck the chin to the chest as you breathe out. And can you keep this cat position? So like someone punching you in the stomach, not that nice, but we're trying to lift through the belly. And just stay here for 3. For 2. On 1, tuck the toes, lift the knees, find your downward facing dog. Starting to walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Plant the heels down, soft bend through the knees, and take hold of your opposite elbows with your hands. You can create a little shelf for the belly with your knees, with your thighs. Maybe nodding the head left to right, or up and down. And then slowly release the hands, start to roll yourself all the way up. Slowly lengthening, head, neck, and shoulders, last to arrive. Take a shake. We have one last series, and we're gonna stay in the middle of your mat. So make your way into the middle of the mat. We're gonna mimic the bridge series, so you're welcome. Toes are out wide, knees are out wide, and feet are about hip, or a little bit wider than hip distance. And start to bring the hands to the hips. Take a full breath in, bend the knees, keep the chest upright, and then exhale as you press through the heels to rise. Inhale, come down. Exhale as you lift. Now it's almost like you're trying to rip the mat apart with your heels. You're really trying to press out, pull back in. Knees keep tracking over the toes. And if you'd like, the hands come to heart center, feel free. Now we're here for 5. If you'd like to add, we're coming to a little pulse in 3. We add 1 pulse at the bottom in 2. If you're coming with me on 1, add 1 pulse, press back up. Come down, 1 pulse, press back up. Now keep the chest upright and slightly tuck the tailbone under. So that was my hip clicking. You got 1 straight line from your bottom to your head. Let's go 5. We're going to add on, of course, in 3. Last 2, keep pressing the hands to heart center or to the hips. On 1, hold little pulses. Now you are more than welcome to stay here. Otherwise, can you start to lift your left heel and pulse for 10, 9, 8, stay with me, 7, 6, this is 5. We have a little challenge in 3. In 2, hold on 1. Now lower and change heels. Change. So we're gonna lift and change. Kind of like a little dance with the legs, but nothing dances from the waist up. Sit lower if you can. We're here for 10. We change heels, we lift the opposite heel. We're lifting the right heel in 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, lift the right heel as we pulse up and back. Open through the hips. So inner thighs open, knees out wide. This is 8, 7, 6. We have one last bit in 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay low. 1, lower the heel. Now from here, knock your knees out, out. You can add little thumbs. You can add a little hey ha, whatever you like. Can't think of the dance. Macarena, is it? Say hey ha, hey. Anyway, I don't know what's called. Ketchup song. It's called the ketchup song. Look it up later. Anyway, we're here for 10 and then we're out of here. This is 8, 7. Come back to your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, come all the way up and start to heel and toe your feet under your hips. Inhale, lengthen the arms to the sky. Exhale as you let it go. 2 more like this. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Biggest breath of your class. Inhale up. Exhale as you let it go. Start to roll the shoulders, maybe rocking through the heels, and eventually making your way to stillness. Bring your hands to your lower belly. Perhaps you start to close down the eyes or to soften the gaze. And coming back to the 4 corners of your mat. Without judgment or comparison, notice how you feel now compared to when you entered the practice. Perhaps your heart rate is a little bit faster. Perhaps your skin is a little bit warmer. Maybe your breath is shorter. With all this going on, can you let the practice absorb into the body? One more full breath in. Exhale as you let it go. Releasing the hands down by your side. You might take a little rock through the hips. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for pressing play. Thank you for doing something for you. I love you and I'll see you next time. Mwah.